Hi, this video is from interview.com. Interview.com is a job portal. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is the role of dispatcher servlet. The previous video we saw what is model view controller. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is dispatcher servlet. Let's see the definition of what is dispatcher servlet in Spring MVC. The purpose of the dispatcher is to receive the request from the client and map those requests to the correct resources such as controllers, models and views. So to simply say, dispatcher servlet is going to handle the request. In Spring MVC, the mechanism of dispatching the request to the appropriate controller is achieved by configuring the dispatcher servlet class. The dispatcher servlet is a class which manages the entire request handling process. I'm going to show you the code and explain. And finally, its view resolution strategy can be specified via view resolver. In the configuration file, we will be specifying the view resolver implementation, resolving symbolic view names into view objects. Default is internal resource view resolver. View resolver objects can be added as a beans in the application context, overriding the default view resolver. I'll show you what is view resolver first. So by default it is internal view resolver, but now we are going to have URL based view resolver. We are overriding the default view resolver. What do we need? If you see this controller methods, we are having a model view object, and in the model view object we are adding a string. So from this string they have to spring and bring the so here add model form, which is a string. So the view resolving strategy will moves and it will try to find out the exact. If you see here, these are the view pages which is in JSP format, and we are just giving the name in string format. If you see the definition, its view resolution strategy can be specified via view resolver, resolving symbolic view names into view objects. So these view resolvers are very important, which is going to resolve the views from a string. So the next part is how the requests are handled. So I have already launched the hotel application, so I'm going to show you how exactly this dispatcher servlet is going to handle the request. Before that, I want to just show you one more class called initializer. Here we are registering our dispatcher servlet. Dispatcher servlet is from the Spring framework, and we are adding this dispatcher servlet in the servlet context. So when the Tomcat comes up, we are adding this servlet so that any request comes, it will be sent to this dispatcher servlet, and this dispatcher servlet is going to find out all the request mappings. If you see here, request mappings, hotel, and say for example I'm going to do a list here. I'm going to say list. I'm going to click the list. Please see the URL mapping is done by the dispatcher servlet. If you see here, it is the URL is list. Okay, if you see here in the bottom, you see here it is list. Okay, hotel slash list dot HTML. Okay, now here we have reached the request mapping for this class itself is hotel, and within the methods we have the list. Okay, so this method has been hit, and we are going to call the service layer, and we're going to get the list of hotels. So this is how the request mapping is handled by the dispatcher servlet. So what we have done is this URL, whenever this URL is hit by the servlet engine, so it will be given to the dispatcher servlet, and dispatcher servlet will try to resolve, and it will try to find out which, using the request mapping, which controller it should come then, and which method it should reach. It reached this method, and we have got the view name, and it will talk to the view resolver that we have registered here in this and it's going to render the view. So this is the role of dispatcher servlet. It's going to receive the request, find out the corresponding controllers using the request mapping URL, then it will hit the method, prepare the view, and it will talk to the view, and view resolver will render the view. Hope this video is useful and informative. Thank you and all the best.